Yeah, we kissed before marriage. I wanted to do like my apostle did. He had never kissed us. They kissed on their wedding day. Now, we did not have sex, okay? We didn't even do, like, the sexy stuff. Like, people consider different things sex. Like, so, no, we did not have sex. But, baby, you kissed me. I said, Licaro bandala maso rakandele. I'm like crying and repenting, like, God, I want another one. I want another one. You know you did.
No, I'm saying I kissed you and you spoke in tongues. Lord have mercy.
Yeah, I had to go upstairs. Speak in tongues. What's up, y'all? It's your girl, Soph.
It's your boy, Tommy Wilson Jr.
And this the We Said Sumthing podcast. A place where we sum
everything
just like that. Hey, babe.
How you doing?
Good.
SRW.
Aww. With the puzzle piece.
Puzzle piece. A ring.
Yeah.
And a flower. A rose.
You have a consistent emoji.
Absolutely.
Literally, right after we started going together, you was SRW, I think, putting it on my stuff.
I was sending you notes. I started sending you notes.
Babe, you send me notes every now and then now. We'll talk about, but the note game, you was sending me little baby novels.
I did.
It was so cute.
And because I missed you, I felt.
It was a long distance.
Yeah, long distance. I've never been in a long distance relationship like that before.
Babe, you come from a previous marriage. You was married almost all your life, so you ain't really.
I never had time for that.
I ain't never had one either, though, a long distance. Right. You know what I mean? But no. So, babe, we started going together after 2 weeks of talking on the phone and one date. Right. And we were like in love.
Right. Yeah, it was something because I started talking to you a lot, and especially to my best friends, and they was like, "Man, you just met her."
Right.
And I was like, man, there's something different. They was like, man, are you sure? And then when I did come out there and they saw the picture, and then, when we finally made it official, we put it on social media, and that's the first thing my best friend said. He was like, man, there's something about that smile. He said, man, he said, people can't fake that. He said, I see it in you, but he said, I don't really know her like that.
Right.
He said, but I can tell it's something different that y'all have.
But I tried to do a soft launch with the announcing because I didn't really want to announce I was dating. You know what I mean? Because I had a situationship before that, and I had never ever shared my personal life. You know what I'm saying? And so we kind of happened fast. And I had did it was literally like a 4-second video. You just see the back of you walking me. And I did it so fast, but I didn't know that people knew how to slow the video down. And they were DMing me like, oh, okay, this is the one, this is him. And I'm like, oh my God. And that little video had got almost like 1 million views because people was trying to see what was
trying to see.
Yeah, it was good. So you came to Chicago. Well, I do want to say this. Like, remember when we were talking on the phone, and we weren't going together. So it was in that first 2 weeks of us talking on the phone, and I was telling you like Chicago get crazy cold, blizzards. It's so cold. And you was like, I don't want to ever experience that. And so I was like, well, because in my mind, we're talking. I'm like, well, when you want to just come to Chicago or whatever? And you literally was like, no, I'm not going to be coming to Chicago. And immediately I'm like, oh, forget him. Like in my head, I'm like, oh, this ain't going nowhere. We just going to be friends.
Pop the balloon.
Not only popping it, I'm stomping on it at this point. Like, yeah, sorry.
All good.
I know.
Yeah, and that's funny because now hindsight, I said that because I didn't know. But
didn't
love
know.
make you do something.
Look, see, and love it'll make you do. And so you came to Chicago, but what's funny about the timing of you coming to Chicago, my mentees who had took that picture with me 3 months in advance said the next meeting, the next time, you won't be by yourself. And so I actually allowed you to come to our private in-person meeting. And I was warning you, like, if they ask you any questions, like, you my special guest, you ain't saying nothing. But for them to even be able to see prophetic fulfillment, we didn't really know, like, me, like, what it was.
Right.
But, and that's when you met my apostle.
Mm-hmm.
Jeez.
Yeah.
We weren't even talking a month. You meeting a pastor?
Yeah, it was interesting. I was very nervous because as soon as I walked in, all eyes was on me.
They were pulling me to the side. Coach, who is that? What is that? Listen, y'all, chill. He's fine. He's my special guest. He's very professional. And actually, in that meeting, it was like mass deliverance that happened. I'm like, right. Oh God, yeah. Jesus.
Yeah, it was. I'll never forget that night. It was amazing seeing all your people who you mentor, how they looked up to you and how you ministered. It's something to see on social media, but to experience it in person, and then you see how the impact that you have on these individuals and all these lives. That's something. And then for people to come from all over, it's not like it's easy to come from.
For sure.
If you're in the city, that's easy. But people that's traveling from all over to come, that's a big deal. That says a lot about you and the God that you serve. So come back here is something. I'm at that time I'm still learning. Because all I knew as just a prophet, a preacher, but that's the individual side. So it's two sides. So and I was getting to know both. So that
is funny too, because even in that you did so good because you allowed and I was watching like, okay, God was having me move in the fullness of who I was as a woman of God to make sure that I was not going to ever dummy down or shrink that part of me, because that's a big part of who he have called me to be. Right. And so if I would have started early trying to dim that part and hide it, then I wouldn't have gave you a true, authentic version of who I was as the woman of God in full motion. So I think that as you were still getting to know Sophia, God was still allowing you to see the side of me in ministry, and that you respected it in such a way. It was so beautiful because you were able to decipher between the two gracefully. And I just admired that, and still do. You still do so well with that. But I just loved it because, like, on that day, like that's our second time being around each other in person. We only like 2 weeks into now going together, because we were actually just like 1 month in. So you're in Chicago now, and you come to the meeting. My family and people, like, they know, like, man, okay, because you come out of nowhere, and so they were looking like, who is this? Because they seen a side of me that they've not seen. And it was just this joy that was just unexplainable. But I love the fact that when the day that our meeting was ending, because we had a date that day too, you kind of scared me a little bit.
I did. And it wasn't intentionally, but it just wanted to let everyone in the room and let you know how I was serious about you. So I had a dozen roses that was delivered, and then I came in.
It was how you slow motion walk, because I'm on the stage at this point sitting.
Right. So, I mean, at hindsight, I didn't know, but now looking back at it, it's like, you didn't know. You thinking, I mean, there's a number of things could be going on. What is he about to do? Propose? And I'm like, wait, I know you were saying,
I hope not. Like, nah, I like them and I'm loving them, but please do not do what I think you're about to do. I was so scared, like my heart, I'm sweating on the stage, and you were walking so slow down the aisle, and my mentees, they all got phones, and everybody excited, and I'm like, in my mind, I know this brother ain't about to propose to me because I don't know. I don't know what I would have said.
Right.
But golly.
Just want to let you know that I wanted to publicly, tell you that I love you in front of all your people, because I know everybody looking at me too. They trying to figure out, who he all about, what he's all about. So I have to let them know I'm serious. I'm just not just up here just to be walking up here. No, I'm letting you know I'm serious about you.
You just, it's something about you though that I really like. It's like the mystery of you, because you are very serious and intentional with everything you do, and it's thought out. And that's what make everything you do so, like, oh my God. Because I know that you don't just do stuff. Right. So, so that was amazing to get that. And our relationship at that point started moving so fast with the back and forth. We were seeing each other because it was long distance. So you was flying in, I was flying to you. And we were getting to spend time. But some of my favorite things is like falling asleep on the phone. That, like hearing you snore. Was I snoring then? Because
I plead the fifth.
Oh God, I'm humiliated. So you knew before marriage. Listen, we weren't shacking physically at all, but on the phone. We did some nice spending on the phone.
Yeah.
Like, that one time, I remember your mom was like, every time you see her, she'd be like, you talking to Sophie? It ain't that much talking in the world. I'm like, really, it ain't, but I don't know. We was just like...
I mean, we had some times where we just quiet, silent. We just enjoying each other's company. And, being long distance, that was a way of us connecting, bonding, and everything. So it was cute.
It was. Cute. You'd be at work doing the machines, making because he's a machinist. Yeah. So be making and you'll be like, look at this, what I made. And I'm like, oh, that's amazing. Like, you mowing line, and I'm on the phone. I'm in your ear.
Yep. Pressure washing.
I'm in your ear. Yep. Oh, babe. I'm sure. Like, even as we were dating too. I don't think was we proposed? Well, I don't know. But anyway, our love had went so fast with dating, and it was intentional dating. Phone, lots of talking, lots of notes that we were giving each other. And it was just like, I think that we got super, super close with the love. And then I think we kind of talked about marriage. I think you kind of, like, we would just talk about it, but it wasn't nothing in depth that I would think you would be proposing soon.
Right.
You know what I mean? I knew that we were, like, really into each other, and we talked about it. But in my mind, I just had no idea of how soon it would be. So I think you were, like, baiting me for information to see if you'll get a yes.
I was baiting you? Come on now. It is hilarious.
I was trying to picture myself though, like me being married, because I've been single like over 40 years. All I know is single. So trying to picture myself, I was already like picturing it and seeing it and trying to, it was so many things that I was trying to make it make sense. And every time it was just like, it was just right. It was just, he's it. He is, you got it, Yeah,
the it factor.
Jeez. You did. I do have a confession on here, though.
What's that?
So.
Oh, Lord.
These are my confessions.
Okay,
I don't know the verse. I do. I was like, okay, so I hadn't kissed like as a woman of God. Like I wasn't kissing like that. You know what I mean? Like I'm just being careful because I don't want to talk about a past situation, but it wasn't like, ain't no tongue, ain't none of that activity going on. Like, I'm careful. I'm a woman of the ecclesia.
Oof. Jesus. You went deep there. Need some church music behind that one.
Shout! Yeah. And so I was just confident in that. Like, I mean, and you was like asking me about somehow, I don't know, you was like about a kiss. Wait, I'm still thinking about something I said to you. This is a podcast. I don't know, I can't tell all my business. But yeah, we kissed before marriage. I wanted to do like my apostle did. He had never kissed. They kissed on their wedding day. Now, we did not have sex. Okay, we didn't even do like, the sexy stuff. Like, people consider different things sex. Like, so no, we did not have sex. But baby, you kissed me. I said, Licaro bandala maso rakandele. I'm like crying and repenting, like, God, I want another one. I want another one. You know you did.
No, I'm saying I kissed you and you spoke in tongues. Lord have mercy.
Yeah, I had to go upstairs. Speaking Randela makuriande. Yes.
Yes, Lord.
Because I wanted another one. And that's why I want to be honest for the women of God that follow me to know, seriously, it wasn't, you were still saved, like handling me right. Like you had it under control. I'm the one that's a loose cannon.
I mean, that's why as a man you have to be good, Take pride in being a man's man,
good,
and not
babe.
taking advantage, you know what I mean? Because
you could have took advantage.
Because men can take advantage. I mean, men know how to do things to make things happen. So, of course, I didn't want to do that because I wanted to be respectful.
Man, so my audience, I want them to know, like, as high in God that I know in my devotion, my private anchored in the Lord, discipline, you can find yourself when you in love and this, like, these emotions are happening. If you don't prepare and plan carefully and have someone that love God as much as they love you and honor God and respect who you are, like, it could be dangerous no matter how strong you think you are, because I wanted to be kept and God kept me. And even if I'm saying it ain't gonna go this far, it ain't gonna go this far, God also, when he ordains a thing, like, he'll ordain you with a spouse that's able to help keep you safe. Right. And you really did that. You protected the woman and the mantle that's on my life. Right. So that was in our dating scene. Yeah, lots of dates.
Yeah, we did.
Lots of talking. You came to the services a few times.
I did. It was amazing. I mean, because of course you preached at our church, but, a lot of people been knowing you for a while, and I didn't know your story, but to see it in person is one thing. Like I said, I've been in church, all my life, but to see it at another level, like, per se, behind the scenes, your walk with God, and then actually, it's just something to see how you minister, how you flow. It's powerful. So
you touched on that, and I think my audience want to know. People want to know, and they ask all the time. My story is very interesting, and so many people been a part of my life and following my life, like, for a while. And, like, how with you being such a man's man and the type of guy that you are, I knew I needed the type of man that you are. Somebody that's strong in in their identity, their masculinity, that knew how to handle, who can handle all parts of me. So you, for me, yes, you perfect. But how was that for you as you were recording me, knowing the background and where I come from?
Well, the background was just the background, and that was it. I left it at that. You know,
That's amazing.
I'm falling in love with you for right now. You know, everybody has a background. It don't matter who you are. So I fell in love with Sophia. I'm not concerned about that. And then I wanted you to be comfortable in who you are. You know, not to diminish what you do, and not trying to say put me above you. No, you do the Lord's work. I'm a server by heart. So that's just in me, period. So I don't mind. I don't take that lightly, you know. So
you see why I love you?
Oh, babe.
Like, you see why I love you. You see why when it was prophesied we'll have a forever honeymoon, and I'm like, you know, it's amazing to experience this love story with you. The bliss, the beauty of it all, and to relive it in front of our audience, to allow them. And it's been 2 years. Like, we told it, our story, little by little, and to invite them into this space to really allow them to hear it from us and to be on this journey with us. It's amazing.
Right. So as we sum things up, what we gonna say? Oh, baby,
oh, you so adorable.
Stay tuned. Next one is gonna be good.
Yeah, it's gonna be real good because we want to talk about he proposed with a diamond ring. And you know what? Next week, you had a prophetic moment when you actually went to pick out the ring.
Yeah, that was something.
And how God confirmed to you, I'm that girl.
Right.
Huh?
Yep.
Yeah.
She said
so
something.
God, that's good. So I know you had a relationship with God like that. Okay, brother, I need you to open your Bible physically more. That phone Bible ain't gonna work. Okay.
I got that phone app.
All right, y'all. Well, we love y'all. This is a place where we sum everything up, and we just summed it up, and we will see y'all next week.